The pole reversal shifting has 7 phases. Alright, 7 phases the pole reversal shifting has. And we are in the first phase. We are going to enter into the second phase beginning the 15th, which is today of February 2019. We're going to enter into that phase, which will lead into more and more dire catastrophic events occurring around the earth, as Abba Yahuwah is still in the process rather of achieving the saturation process. Trinidad and Tobago will experience the final saturation. The final saturation will occur in Trinidad in a few days from now. When that saturation is near to completion, there will be catastrophic consequences going on or occurring in Trinidad, which they will bring to a state of emergency quickly. All right. So there were also some things that I want you all to know about, which we will be talking about in a sec. Right, so we're going to read what is on the screen, what is flashing across the screen right now. When the tectonic plate is partially oversetting, so that's what's going on right now. The tectonic plates is oversetting. It means that the way how it was created, the way how it was laid, it has been lifted and pushed forward. As I told you all, it's been lifted and pushed forward, not backward. So like how they're actually saying how the poles are shifting, that's just bullshit. All right, no, the poles ain't begin to shift yet. So I saw an article speaking about the pole shift occurring, that the North Pole already going. No, that's just bullshit. We ain't reached there yet. We ain't start where the poles start to switch. That's just bullshit, guys. The pole ain't begin to switch yet. All right, when the poles begin to switch, I will tell you when it begin to switch. Right now the poles ain't shift yet. The pole reversal shifting, the final phase, is the final event. The pole shift will shift all the that 7th phase will bring catastrophic dire consequences. So the poles ain't begin to switch yet. They're talking shit. They're talking real shit, caca shit. So that when the pole shift, when the pole reversal shifting begin to the 7th phase, the last phase of all the phase, that is when the pole reversal shifting will happen. That is when all the poles will switch. The pole reversal shifting is not only about the poles shifting and the pole will go to the east and the west will come to the north and the north will go to the south. No. They're talking real shit. You understand? They're stealing my prophecies. They're stealing my prophecies, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, because they just want favoritism, and they just want to be famous. They just want people to run to them for information, when they are the ones who not the righteous one. They are not righteous. They are not holy. There's nothing good. There's nothing good about there's nothing good about these people who wanna be me. So all those people who wanna be me, there's nothing good in them. Nothing good in them, like Devika, Raghu, all those different people like Mark Elkin and all those other people who stealing the prophecy from Elohim, stealing the prophecy from me. So there's nothing good in them. because all what they did was steal the prophecy, change around the words in their own words, as though they know something. They don't know nothing. He don't know nothing about the pole reversal shifting. Devika knows nothing. She don't know nothing. And by the way, a psychic is not a prophet. A psychic is not a prophetess. All right, a psychic is a witch. Right? Everybody should know a psychic don't prophesy. But this psychic that they have in Trinidad, she prophesying to people, stating that she getting things, she receiving things via visions when she watching over my lives, taking all the good parts from the life, leaving the devastating parts. Right? They don't know nothing about what's going on. Only I alone, as I've already decreed that I am the only one who knows what's going on around the earth. I am the only one Yahuwah rely on to teach his way. I am the only one that Yahuwah relies on so that I could bring forth the ancient truth of Elohim. I am the only one. Everyone who claimed to know about the pole reversal shifting or the pole shift, they are frauds. Yahuwah said it multiple times, that all those who pretending to know, right, what's going on, they are frauds. So these assholes didn't see what the prophecy states. Let me read it out for you all. Let me just get from that part, and let me just read it out there. All right, so let's go. Let me see if I can just slow it down some more. I will just slow it down. So I'll slow it down. The tectonic plates is being arranged. You know what's the meaning of arranged? The tectonic plate is being arranged. It means that the tectonic plates is being arranged. It means it is arranged to create something. It's arranged to do something. Arranged means like arrangement. The way how it was before, it's no longer in the way it was before. So they don't understand the difference between the pole shift and the pole reversal shifting. They have no idea what's the difference between the both, because they are just stealing my words, stealing my prophecies, stealing the predictions, and then saying they're getting things via visions. And some of them saying that they did the research and they know about this and they know about that. But I have been telling you all the truth for quite a long while, and I'm telling you that there's no way that Yahuwah reveal personal things to me. And when I release it to you, the public, there are other people who all of a sudden saying that they receive it through via visions. Never. They could never receive this thing via visions, only if they get it from me. You understand? To be, very honest. So these people need to stop lying to the public. All right? The tectonic plate is being partially aligned as of right now. All right? To create this atmospheric shift in Indonesia and the Caribbean islands. So in the last few days in the month of February, there were multiple earthquakes occurring in Dominica. All right, so there have been a lot of changes, although people might know, but I am the only one know the reason for the small earthquakes. They talking once of the shit of this and this. They don't have no idea, guys, what the reason why there are small earthquakes. They don't know why. They don't know why there are small earthquakes and why certain things happening all of a sudden, and they're just speculating, guys. They're just speculating. They don't know exactly what's going on. All right, so to create the atmosphere, the atmospheric shift. Atmospheric shift have a lot to do with the atmospheric river, which is which will be put in place, as of being put in place right now in California, to complete the saturation in certain places in California. So certain places in California need water to saturate the land in order for the fault lines to come up, in order for the fault, all right, in order for the San Andreas fault to be active. In order for the San Andreas fault to be active, there must be saturation in order to activate it. All right, so earthquakes not just going, a mega earthquake not just going to happen just like that. Things need to be put in place in order for certain things to happen, and people have no idea what's going on. They have no idea at all. People are speculating and just stealing the prophecies and stealing things, stealing writings and stealing wordings and stealing they're stealing all what Yahuwah told me alone in the secret place. So if Yahuwah told me A, B, and C in the secret place, how the heck somebody else will hear that? It's impossible, guys. You understand? My point is that they hearing me coming live and then saying A, B, and C will happen, and then what they will do, put 2 and 2 together, and then they will say, yeah, Archangel Sam, you're really telling the truth, and then they will steal that. Then they will steal that, and then they will say A, B, and C, and they might miss out D, and D is the main D is the main vibration for certain things to come forth. You know what I mean? So it's impossible for Yahuwah to tell me something in the secret place, all right? And then other people saying that they get it via visions. Could never be, guys. Could never, ever, ever, ever be. You understand? And just imagine to boot, and just imagine to boot that these so-called ungodly people, who is so-called people, these ungodly rats and them, right, who misleading other people to the lake of eternal fire, they have no idea what's coming for them. They have no idea what is already in the making for them. You understand? So they're misleading other people not to listen to Archangel Abbadiel, right? But they steal the words, and then they turn around the prophecy in their own words, right? Casting a curse on all those who believe in what they say, which is not the actual truth. But they will turn it around in their words, but they will still remain, they will still leave behind remnants of the prophecy, so to speak, so that they could be exposed. You understand what I mean? If Yahuwah reveals something only to me, there's no way, no psychic, no witch, no warlock, no pastor, no prophet, no deacon, no evangelist, there's no way, none of them will never know about it. So if Yahuwah reveals something to me alone, he revealed it to me only, right? He don't tell A, B, and Bam Bam about the things he's going to do. He only chose a particular amount of people who he will tell certain things. There are certain things that Yahuwah will never tell people. Never. But he will tell me. Right? So what I'm trying to say, in other words, there's no way that Yahuwah tell me something personally and other people talking about they get it via visions, that they see it in a vision and all kind of shit, when they don't want to give me credit. They don't want to give Elohim credit nor me credit for what they steal from my life, right? They don't want to do that. It's sad. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. But that is where the world has come to, you know. That is where the world has come to. Alright, so the minor earthquakes will continue until the process of the saturation is completed for all islands. Look at right here. The minor earthquakes will continue until the process of the saturation, is completed. Alright. So when the process of the saturation is completed for all islands, which includes everywhere on the earth, then the greater judgment will commence with fireballs. We already see fireballs beginning, because the fireballs is an indication of this prophecy fulfilling now, right? So the fireballs happening right now all over the earth. There were a fireball in Venezuela, a fireball, two fireballs fall in Trinidad, and they're covering it up and they're hiding it from the public. You know, they don't want the public to know. You understand? So what they're doing is they're trying to discredit the things that I'm teaching you, but still stealing what I'm teaching you and putting it into their own words, as though they are the ones who truly get this divine word from the creators. You understand what I mean? But I'm telling you, there's something coming for them. Honestly, there's something coming for them. So you see in there, judgment will commence with fireballs. We already seen fireballs happening. So again, the minor earthquakes, right? The minor earthquakes will continue, right? The minor earthquakes will continue until the process of the saturation is completed. So once the process of the saturation is completed for all islands, then the greater judgment will commence with fireballs. It's not comet. Comet do exist. The word comet is a deception from the real truth of fireballs being sent down from heaven, just like what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to the second verse. The final saturation is on the way. All right, to complete this process, to complete the saturation phases, all right, around the earth. All right, so that must be happening. So the final saturation is on the way to complete the process of the, you know, to complete the saturation phases. Understand? So there is a phase also. So there's a phase for the pole reversal shifting. There's a phase for the pole shift, and there's a phase for the saturation process. Right? And all the phases are 7. Right? So the saturation phases is 7. Right? The pole shift, the pole shift is 7 phases. The pole reversal shifting is 7 phases. So what we get 7, 7, 7. All right. Again, to note that this is something that Yahuwah only revealed to I only alone. So I'm telling you something new. All right. The saturation phases is 7. All right. The pole shift phases is 7. Right. And the pole reversal shifting is 7. All right, so therefore we will get 7 mega tsunamis going together with the 7 saturation phases, going together with the pole shift phases, and the pole reversal shifting phases are 4 7s. So that is completion of that is completion right there. Make sure you take note of that. Let's move on to something else. All right, so make sure you check out my live streams to know more in-depth truth. All right, make sure you watch my live on the Nether Marvin Torian page, another Archangel Samuel page. Make sure you watch the live there, because Facebook blocked that. All right. Do you know that that Devika is the one who reporting all my posts? Devika and her minions are the ones who reporting all my posts. Yes. And when you or I and you go to report her posts, her attack against us who in righteousness, there's no way Facebook not allowing us. Facebook is not allowing us to report Devika ass and all the evil things that she's saying against us. They're not allowing it because she is part of the Illuminati. So she getting away with murder. You understand? She getting away with murder, with attempted murder. You understand? She getting away with crimes above the head of humanity. She getting away with crimes that she should be locked away for. You understand what I mean? But that ain't happening. We are the ones who suffering to bring the truth out to the public, but nobody else is listening to us. They're running down the psychics, the pastors, you know, they're running down the people of the earth for their oil, rather than run to me, who the only one who have the authority to state Elohim's ancient truth and to teach you the ancient phases of things, how Yahuwah does things. So when the tectonic plates, let me see if I could just move this around there. All right. So when the tectonic plate is partially oversetting, lifted, and when released, it generates a pull in the waves from out of the sea that is about 300 feet. I think it's about 300 feet, right? Just see what the other part will say. In the depths of 13 feet of water. Well, it's really 300 feet of water, but I put 1300 feet of water to distract the enemy, to confuse them, so that they wouldn't understand nothing I'm saying, and converts it into tsunami waves. I show you all already what is tsunami waves, so you all know exactly already what is a tsunami wave, right? You also know by now what is the tsunami waves and how it's generated and stuff like that. All right. And the tectonic magnetic waves pushed in forward. There's no way that nobody knows about the tectonic magnetic waves. Those are things that I already spoken. Those are things that I alone speaks. Nobody knows nothing about a tectonic magnetic waves. Right? All of a sudden now you see Devi and them talking about magnetic, like if she fucking know what is a magnetic. You understand? They don't know nothing. They don't know what is a tectonic magnetic. My point is, the people running after the wrong set of people. You understand? There's no way. Those are things that Yahuwah only tell me and me only. NASA and USGS, they don't know nothing about magnetic tectonic. They don't know nothing about a magnetic earthquake. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. All they know is what is the little knowledge that Lucifer gave them about earthquakes. That's all they know. I am teaching in depth. I am teaching in depth things that nobody else on the earth knows. I am teaching you things that nobody else on the earth knows. But there's a fucking hoe like Devika who continue to steal it, when I supposed to be the one recognized to save people, the one who truly putting the sacrifices forward to reach out to people, right? Dying happening, she pulling people to her and her cult. You understand? But what I say to those people who following this influence of Satan, that when that time of judgment come, which will be in a few days from now, all of you will be bagged up together and suffer down the line. Because all it was following a witch, when I'm trying to tell you all, listen to what I'm saying. You need to make some changes in your life. And nobody ain't listening to that. Everybody just continue worshiping idols. She continue to push the agenda for the Illuminati. She continue to tell people worship Parvati, worship this God, worship that God, and people keep going with it. Now the time has come when Yahuwah will show no mercy to all those who worshiping idols. So all those who worshiping idols, Yahuwah will show no mercy at all. Yahuwah will show no mercy at all will be shown to those wicked, ungodly heathens of Lucifer. No mercy will not be shown to them. Cursed be all those who outside of the ark. All those who outside of the ark, cursed be all those. Cursed be all those who are outside of the ark. Cursed shall be their step. Cursed shall be their step. Because that is what they choose. They choose a curse over righteousness. They choose a lie, which is a curse, which is a generational curse. They chose the lies of Lucifer. They chose the deception of Azazel. They chose the deception of Kali and all the other demigods in the earth. Cursed shall be their steps from now on. Cursed shall be their steps. They will eat the very bread that the devil needs. They will eat that bread from now on. And they will know how serious it really is. They will know how serious it really is. You understand? Woe be unto all those who love darkness rather than the light of Yah. Woe be unto all those in this hour. Woe be unto all those who love darkness rather than love righteousness, the light of Yahuwah. Woe unto all those who hate Elohim. Woe unto all those who hate righteousness. Woe unto all those who hate Imaya. Woe unto all those who hate Yahushua. Woe unto all those who hate the creators of eternal life. Woe unto all those who hate the creators who created this world, who created the heavens, right, and who created the earth. Woe unto all those who hate the creators Elohim. Your judgment will be swift, very, very swift, and there will be no dog. You understand? No dog wouldn't even be around to be a help to you. That is how sad it will be. It will be so sad that not even a dog will want to come near them, because the fear of death will be a stench around them. As long as they live in this life, as long as they live in this life, as long as they live and they breathe the breath of the Most High, as long as they live, they are ungrateful bastards. They are reprobates, and they will be brought under judgment according to the law of the triune eternal family. This is the hour whence all those who reject the righteousness of the Most High, all those who reject the oil of salvation, they will suffer the undying. They will suffer the consequences for their actions. They will suffer it really, really bad. Yep. And they will know how serious it is, how serious it was. Because all those who talking left and right, they have no idea how deceived they are. They are very deceived. And they will suffer the wrath of the triune eternal family. They will suffer the consequences in such a way they will never see when it's coming. It will hit them like a domino effect. And then they will know that is Yahuwah that speaks through Archangel Samuel. Then they will know that is Yahuwah who decrees judgment upon this earth, upon this hour. And then they will know not to mess with the righteous ones anymore. For the Eden shall tremble in their boots. Oh yeah, they shall tremble in their boots. All they're studying now is lime. All they're studying now is fat and drinking rum. All they're studying now is running down hoes. All they're studying now is the worldly lifestyle. They're not coming into alignment with Elohim at all. There will be no eternal life for these people. All those Christians and Muslims and Buddhists and New Agers, Sky Watchers, there's no place for you in heaven. There's no place for you in the New Jerusalem. There's no place for you even on earth. And you will be cut off one by one. You understand? You will go in groups from now on, and you will see how dread Yahuwah is, and then you will know how serious this time is, because people take things for granted. When Yahuwah was pouring out his heart, when Imaya was pouring out her heart, and Yahushua pouring out their heart, they laugh at them. Woe be unto all those who mock and scoff at the triune eternal family. Woe unto them. And beginning today, the 15th of February, shall judgment of the Most High, shall it commence with a boom, shall it commence from the east, shall it commence from the west, shall it commence from the north, shall it commence from the south. From today on shall judgment be upon this earth, because this world hates righteousness. They hate the creators. They hate Elohim. This world has become a place of such nasty, dirty stench. This place has become a place of wickedness, evil, and nasty vipers. This place is not a place for the righteous to be anymore. This place called earth is no place of refuge. Your refuge is the New Jerusalem. I say refuge. Your refuge is the New Jerusalem. That is where your refuge will be. So all those who don't listen, woe unto all those who pretend to love Yah. All those who just come on the live and pretend to serve Yah. They pretend to serve Yah. They pretend to talk about Imaya. They pretend to talk about Yahuwah, because they're trying to find a way out. You know, they only want to escape. That's all it isn't. All it is just to get escape. But behind my back, they're talking about Jesus this and Jesus that. Let me tell you something. One man can't serve two masters. You can't serve Yahuwah and want to serve Satan. You can't serve Yahuwah and want to serve Satan. You can't serve Yahuwah. You cannot. You cannot say you're serving Yahuwah, but you're sleeping with the devil. You can't say. You can't say that you is a worshiper of the triune eternal family. You can't say that you're walking in light, yet your life in line up in righteousness. So you're only walking in your own imagination. You're walking in your own flesh. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve or pretend to serve Yahuwah but love Jesus, who is the devil. You can't serve two masters. You have to choose one. Choose one. Choose one. And it's either you love one, or either you love Yahuwah or you hate Yahuwah, or you love Satan or you love Jesus. Right? You can't serve two masters. You see pretending people, I know all who they are. I won't reveal the name now. But in a few days from now, I will tell you all those who are going to be left behind. Guaranteed 100% that they can't make heaven. They can't make it. Because although they were given many opportunities, they blow it. You understand? They were given plenty chances and they just blow it continually. Don't worry. That time coming, that day coming, right? All jokes and fun. When that day comes, we will see all those who joking and all those who funning. We will see all those who was just blowing smoke and pretending to love the triune. We will see. You understand? Because names of a lot of people have been already given to me already. So I know all those who will be left behind. And I said already a couple weeks ago, don't let your name be on my mouth. Right? Don't let your name be on my lips. Right? All serious jokes, all those who joking, right? All those who love to seriously joke and laugh and grin and mock and scoff, that day coming for you. A matter of fact, it's already here. It's already here. It go begin today. Alright? You understand? And then you will know how serious it is.
Who was it that do it again. We have done it again. No, Lord. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Oh, I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. No, 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 no. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Well, I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. If I hope so all can see, like a Persia said I feel, out of all captivity, like a running stream is to me. Whatever we ask, well, I will do. Jamaica, I'm red and blue. I will never fly up in the I will always hold my face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Oh, I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. No, 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 no. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Yeah. I shall not be ungrateful to Jah.
So once everything is in place, all right, for the tectonic magnetic earthquake, you hear that? You hear a different term I'm using, right? You hear a different term. The different terms is in the messages, in the prophecies that nobody knows about on the earth. So once everything is in place, set in place, you see the word called set? Arrange. Set means arrange. Everything is set in place for the tsunamis to happen. Once everything is in place for the tectonic magnetic earthquake, the mega tsunamis will be triggered by the tectonic plates. Nobody knows nothing about this, right? So all those who pretending to talk about, they know about the tectonic plates and they know about this, and they don't know nothing, right? Those are divine words that was given only to me. But all those who don't want to believe now, you can believe soon, but it could be too late, right? Once everything is in place, then once everything is set in place for the tectonic magnetic earthquake, then and very then the mega tsunamis will be triggered by the tectonic plates. Nobody knows nothing about no tsunamis being triggered by no tectonic plates. You hear? Nobody knows nothing about that. So all those who want to believe that I am the divine messenger, that is them. And all those who want to run behind the naysayers and the doomsayers of Lucifer, so be it. They could continue with that, right? But when that day of judgment come, you have nobody else to blame but themselves, you know.
I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Oh, I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. No, 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 no. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Well, I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. Yes, it is the man that will get now in the council of the godly, and I see them in the sea of the scornful, no. There's a light is in the Lord, and the fullness thereof. Upon such a Lord, oh yeah,
yeah. So right about now, let's go on. Let's move on to the other part. All right. Once everything, all right. So once everything is put into place, then the mega tsunamis will happen and all this kind of thing. Once you all follow my prophecies, you will know exactly what will happen next on the earth. For my prophecies is an international prophecies which goes for all islands, all nations, even the ones that you don't know, even the ones that elites own or the elites take control over. Right. So now you know. So when that happen, it will be releasing the energy of the magnetic or the magnets. So now you know there are magnets. There are magnets, right? Magnets. They are magnets, right? With the magnets have different poles, all right, and each pole have a magnet. So every pole, like the east will have a magnet, the west will have a magnet, the north will have a magnet, the epicenter of the dome, all right, which is in South Africa, will also have a magnet in the center, and the magnet in the center of the earth will be the positive energy, and all the other magnets that is set up by the poles, they are mixed with negative and positive energy. But the magnet in the center of the earth, that is what will do the pole reversal shifting. I explained that to you all already. That is how the magnets will contribute to the pole reversal shifting of the completion for the earth. All right, so that will be releasing the energy of the magnetics of the magnets, right, to push and generate the tsunami. So Yahuwah will use the magnets, right, to push and generate the mega tsunamis. All right, so that's how the mega tsunamis will be happening.
I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Oh, I shall not be ungrateful
Shalom to Sister Kate.
to Jah. No. I dare not be ungrateful to Jah. Yeah. I shall not be ungrateful to Jah. If I also all can see, like a preacher says I be, oh, the whole captivity, like a running stream is to me. Whatever he asks, well, I will do. Jamaica, I plain and blue. I will never fly up in Jamaica. I will always hold my faith. Yeah.
So remember early on when I explained specifically about a massive earthquake happening on the east coast, right? So if you know where the east coast is, you will know exactly where will be affected or where will be shift next. All right, so that's the reason for the small earthquakes happening, is in order to facilitate for when the mega shift happens, that everything will already be in place to crush these fuckers. So they will be crushed by the highest tsunami wave might be about 7,000 feet high. All right, about 7,000 feet high will be that tsunami. So that tsunami will be high as the clouds, by the way. It will be high, you know.
Who will declare my name? Who will shout my name in the middle of the nations? Who will take the shield of faith and the sword of my tongue and declare my name to a dying world? He who has declared me thus far will walk in even...
That's right, Commander Lauren, that's right. Each pole of the earth has a magnet. That means that the magnet is on the east, the west, the north, and the south. But in the center of the earth, alright, in the center of the earth, the polarity is very strong. It's way more stronger, right? So that will be the determined factor in the pole reversal shifting. So when all the magnets generate and the polarity is turned towards, when the polarity of the magnet in the center of the earth is turned towards the polarity or the determined factor, which is the one in the center of the earth, when all the other poles or the magnets is turned and face the main polarity, right, that is how the transformation will be happening. That is one phase of the transformation. So you should know, right, there is different phases in the transformation as well. All right, so I think there's about 12 phases in the transformation. So I'm just giving you all the different phases so that you know certain thing. All right, last year 2018 around May, when Hawaii had the lava explosion, when the volcano exploded and YAHUWAH made a tsunami or a river of lava, right, that running through Hawaii. And I told you all there are different phases that will be happening, and I told you all the different phases too as well. I think you can't go back and look at that live, but I have it downloaded, might play it sometime in the future again. So just stay close and to learn more in advance and to understand that YAHUWAH, Imaya and Lord Yahushua, they are the triune eternal creators. Alright, and that Archangel Samuel, it is indeed the fifth angel, alright, of the end time apocalypse, which is now presently, alright, the fifth angel of this end time apocalypse. Alright, so just remain close to learn more and make sure that your lamp is full. Once your lamp continue to be full and your lamp is completely filled, then and only then you will be rescued, because you need the oil of salvation, and the oil of salvation is not unrighteousness. The oil of salvation is definitely not unrighteousness, right? The oil of salvation is righteousness, pure, undiluted righteousness. The oil of salvation is the ancient truth that I teach you. The oil of salvation is the ancient truth of Elohim. That is the oil of salvation. Without the oil of salvation, you will never, ever, ever get into the ark. That is the rules. I don't make it. Elohim does.
For the sands of time are running out, but my name will be declared in this final hour. I am Yahuwah, I am that I am, and my trumpet will soon call out. I formed the world with a whisper. Oh, but I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to shine.
So this is how the tectonic plates is partially offsetting to create major tsunamis, right? So it need to offset. Once it offset, it will create major tsunamis, as that is the first phase in doing certain things, in bringing forth a catastrophic disaster or disasters, or to bring the earth to end. YAHUWAH have to offset everything. Everything needs to be offset, and then it needs to be put in place again, and when it's being put back into place, it will create major tsunamis, as well as mega tsunamis will come after when he actually add addition tectonic plates to create the offsetting, or to create major tsunamis and thing, you know, major tsunamis around the earth.
It's the name above all names. Oh, and we will declare it. Yes, we will declare it.
Hey, what's up to you, Brother Frank?
It's the name above all names. And we will shout it to a dying world. I am Yahuwah. I am that I am. And my trumpet will soon call out. Oh, I formed the world with a whisper, but I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to shine. It's the name of all names, and we will declare it. Oh, yes, we will declare it. It's the name of all names. And we will shout to a dying world. We will shout it to the dying world.
All right, so as we could see there, all right, as we could see for a mega tsunami, all right, there's a lot of adjustments for a mega tsunami to occur. For a major tsunami to happen, there must be minor adjustments. Again, in order for a mega tsunami to occur, there must be a lot of adjustments that needs to be put in place. So if there had to be a major tsunami, if a major tsunami have to occur, there will be minor adjustments. When there is a mega tsunami to occur, there will be major together with mega adjustments being put in place to create that tsunami. All right, so for the mega tsunami and for the mega tsunami to occur and for the major tsunami to occur, there need to be minor adjustments. The minor adjustments was the smaller magnitudes of earthquakes. So the smaller magnitudes of earthquakes will cause minor earthquakes to occur, which will be no sort of threat to the land. But when you have major adjustments going on, the major adjustments will eventually become a mega adjustment. Once you leave from the phase of the major, then you go into the mega. All right, so from minor you go into major, and from major you go into mega. So that's how it happens. For a mega tsunami, there is a lot of adjustments needs to be done in order for Abba, Yahuwah, ELYON, the Most High, to accomplish this great task. Now it is a great task for Yahuwah to do these adjustments. Again, it's a great task that Yahuwah have to do these adjustments. All right.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I face a lot of trials and tribulation, but to all of that I must still stand strong. Giving thanks and praise to the Almighty One, and looking forward to reach Mount Zion. And I must say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home.
So, together with the crust of the epicenter of the dome. Remember I told you all what the epicenter is. The epicenter is the epicenter for the earth, right? These people so stupid in NASA and scientists, all these people on Facebook who run on earthquakes and don't know nothing about earthquakes, don't know where earthquakes come from, how it starts and all kind of shit, and they believe in science and all kind of rubbish. You understand what I'm saying? The main epicenter for all other so-called epicenters that they call an epicenter is the center of the earth. The center of the earth is the main epicenter. And as I explain and I draw for you all already, I saw a demonstration. I teach for 4 hours straight on where the epicenters are. Draw it out for you, and people still following NASA and their bullshit. They're still following their lies. Right, the epicenters are special places where certain things will catastrophically happen. You understand? That's where the epicenters are. Explain all where the epicenters is on the earth. I explained it already, and people don't fucking appreciate. I'm not saying my brothers and sisters in not appreciate it, but saying all the others now. All the others do not appreciate this gift of mercy. They don't appreciate it at all. So I saw that together with the cross of the epicenter, as I told you all already, right, the magnet is in the center of the earth, and when all the poles is switched or turned towards, when I use the word switch, it doesn't mean like it friggin' switch from the east to the west. It ain't gonna happen yet, right? for the east and the west and the north and the south, there must be catastrophic disasters. There will be disasters to occur because of the fact that Yahuwah is doing a major adjustment, right? So right now Yahuwah is doing a major adjustment, and when the major adjustments completed, then he will do mega adjustments. When he begin to do mega adjustments, you know, mega things will happen, bigger events will happen, and it will happen not one place, but it will happen 3 places or 10 places, or will happen like 100 places at the same time. Right, so that's the reason why earthquakes, the earthquakes that are happening, how Yahuwah is doing the shifting and the adjustments of the tectonic plates, adding additional tectonic plates. That is the reason why for the minor earthquakes that the reason why for the minor earthquakes being detected by the stupid Richter scale that they have. You understand? That is the only reason why. All right. But when the major and the mega things that happen, that the Richter scale will tear in half, because they wouldn't be alive. They wouldn't be alive to freaking even, you know, they wouldn't be alive to even report the earthquake. They wouldn't be alive to report it. They wouldn't have time to report what's going to happen to them, guys. They wouldn't have time at all to report that. So together with the cross of the epicenter of the dome, center in alignment into to bring forth the supernatural transformation through Mama Imaya Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. So together with the cross of the epicenter, which I already explained, of the dome, which is the center in alignment to bring forth the supernatural transformation through Mama Imaya. So through Mama Imaya, all right, through the Holy Spirit, that is how the transformation will be happening. All right, that's the only how the transformation will be occurring.
They said I don't have no rights in a Babylon, because I don't know how the West was won. Neither I can't change their plan. The West is controlled by the Ku Klux Klan. That's why I say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Teach the youth them right, but not teach them wrong. Jackal up on the youth, cause the youth are strong. Look to Africa, that I feel your mama land. And down to Africa, where you find Mount Zion. And I must say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Say, Holy Mount Zion.
Alright, so what I'm going to do, I am definitely not going to spend 4 hours teaching. No. I'm not going to spend 4 hours teaching you all. Might go up to about 2. Let me see what hours we have now. I will go up to 2 hours and then I will end the live. I'm not going to 4 hours anymore. It is very stressful. It is strainless on me, and it's unfair that I spend 4 hours teaching people and others coming and stealing it and then saying it's their words, right? It's time for people to open their eyes to know that Archangel Samuel is the one who speaks it over his life, and once he speaks something, it is so. You understand what I'm saying? And people to know that I am the main source, not freaking the people that who telling them certain things that they have no idea about. They don't know. They have no knowledge. They have no knowledge, and they never receive a true no visions to know nothing about what's going on around the earth. All right, so 2 hours live from now on. That's how it will be, unless if Yahuwah say we'll go over 3 or 4 hours. Nah, really, 4 hours is very hard for me right now. So I just go in 2 hours, and after I done teach out this, I will just end the live. You know what I mean? So that at least this teaching, this new teaching will be put into the bag, so that people will know well, what next. You know what I mean? Because I actually plan to teach something else. I plan to teach something else, but I was just instructed, no, just go 2 hours. So I will just go 2 hours as I am instructed to go, and next time whenever I go live, I will just teach what I said I was going to teach from the beginning, right? Because it's long, it's a long hours teaching. All right, so yeah, it makes no sense doing 4 hours live anymore. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, a lot of you all appreciate the 4 hours live, but I can't make it anymore, to actually be honest. You understand? I'm making 4 hours live, and nobody ain't really showing that interest. So after the time going, right? So time going, so the timing for that changing, the timing really changing. But unless if Yahuwah say go 4 hours or 3 hours or at least 2 hours, I will do that. But after I done teach about this, I will end the life, because people not appreciating the mercy and love and the grace of Elohim. That is the reason why the world come to end in the first place, right? That is the reason why it come to an end.
I'm coming home to you. I cannot what the people of this world want to say, neither what the people of this world want to do. Many are called, but the chosen of you. What you gonna do when Judge call on you? I man says I.
But I know some people wouldn't care if I go 3 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour or 4 hours. They just don't care. There are people who just don't care. You understand? They just don't care. There's only they only talking and saying how they care and they care and they care, but they just don't care. You understand what I'm saying? That the kind of people exist today that needs to be completely, totally cut off from humanity. They need to be totally cut off from existence. So that's what's going to happen, you know.
I'm coming home to you. Oh, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I've faced a lot of trials and tribulation, but you all of that I must still stand strong. Still giving praise to the Almighty One. I'm looking forward to reach Mount Zion, and I must say Zion, I'm coming home to you. The big man name says Zion, I'm coming home to you. They said I don't have no rights in a Babylon, because I don't know how the West was won. Neither I can't change their plan. The West is controlled by the Ku Klux Klan. Rastaman Zion, I'm coming home to you. Oh, Rasta says Zion, I'm coming home to you. One more time, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I cannot what the people of this world want to say, neither what the people of this world want to do. Many are called, the chosen of you.
The New World Order has only created disorder. Unions are formed for men to speak as one. NATO to ensure that no one country has autonomy over the other. United Nations to address issues of war, famine and disasters. Commercially, NAFTA and WTO are designed to protect us from ourselves. But still, they do not deal with the real issues.
Treating the people like a piece of tissue. No law, them not deal with.
Treating the people like a piece of tissue. Now, them not deal with no real issues. Treating my people like a piece of tissue. Brothers and sisters are crying, feeling the pain. Jews that abuse, watch the blood down the drain. I tell you, they're all in Babylon. It's obvious where I stand. They can't see reality as the best thing for men, and that's because they're not dealing with no real issue. Treating our people like a piece of tissue.
Alright, so let's go back there to that teaching. So this is the prime reason why. So this is the prime reason why for the minor earthquakes, which is 3.1, occurring daily everywhere as with the major earthquakes. The major earthquakes will lead up to the mega earthquakes. Alright, so first Yahuwah began the earthquakes by doing minor shakings, and during the minor shakings he do major shaking, which is not really that high of magnitude. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that there's a prime reason of the minor earthquakes. The minor is like the 3.1 or 3.4 or 4.1. The moment that it crossed 5.1, it is considered as a major earthquake. Again, the prime reason, the said reason or the prime reason for all the minor earthquakes occurring. The minor means 3.1, 3.2, 4.2, 4.1, 4.5, 4.8. But the moment the earthquake crossed 5.0 into 5.1 on the so-called Richter scale, it's considered as a major earthquake. All right. Don't let them trick you and talk shit to you and telling you a 4.4 is a major earthquake. No, a 4.4 falls under the category of a minor earthquakes. Nobody knows nothing about minor earthquakes, and nobody knows nothing about major earthquakes. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about the minor shifts, and they have no idea what is the major shifts. And when you actually put together, or you add, you know, like if you add in 2 and 2, you know, like if you add in 1 and 1, 1 and 1 is 2, right? That's what I mean. You know, like if you add in 7 and 7 is 14, you know what I mean? Like if you're doing addition, you know, I don't like maths, but I'm telling you all, like if you're doing addition, this is how Yahuwah does shifts. Yahuwah add how much, like for example, Yahuwah say, okay, places like Trinidad receive 7 earthquakes. He will actually create a major shift he will create a major shift. And once a major shift happens and falls almost under the category of a mega, because, all right, when an earthquake reach, let me tell you how the mega phases is. First, let me teach you about the minor. Alright, the minor earthquakes is like, it falls under the category of 3.1. 4.1, the moment it crosses 5.0 into 5.1, it's considered by Yahuwah as a major earthquake. Alright, when an earthquake happens on the Richter scale of 7.1 into 7.5, it falls into the category of the it falls into the category of the mega earthquake. Right? It falls into the category of the mega earthquake. Alright? So again, I'm gonna reteach you all that, and I hope that you all will take notes of this. Alright, the minor earthquakes falls up to the category of 4.4, 4.5, 5.0. After 5.0, when it goes to 5.1, it's considered a major earthquake. When it crosses 5.1 and goes all the way up to 7.5, it's considered a major earthquake. When it crosses 7.5 and goes up to 8.1, it's considered as a mega earthquake. Alright, when it crosses 8.1 and goes up to 10.1, then it's like a extra, it's like a mega, mega or double X mega. I don't know how to explain that to you all yet, right? Then it will be like a double X mega earthquake. When it crosses 8.1 into 10.1, it is a catastrophic earthquake. All right. So I just want to say this again, because I revealing something new here, and I'm learning something too as well. All right. So when the major earthquake falls on the minor earthquakes fall under the category from the lowest point, which is like 1.1 to 5.0. all right, when it crosses 5.0 and enters into the stage of 5.1, it goes into the major category of earthquakes. When it leaves the major earthquakes category and it goes to 7.5, it goes into the mega category. When it leaves the mega category and goes into 10.1, it goes into catastrophic earthquake. So instead of saying double X, I will use the last phase, which is catastrophic earthquakes. So the 10.1 falls under the catastrophic earthquake. The 8.1 doesn't fall under the catastrophic earthquake. The 8.1 falls under the mega catastrophic earthquakes. All right, but the 10.1, the 9.1, 9.5, all right, 8.5 falls under the mega catastrophic, and when it crosses over from the 8.1 or 8.5 and goes all the way to 10.1, it is considered a catastrophic earthquake. Catastrophic means devastation, it means deadly. All right, so you know, just keep that in mind right now. All right, just yeah, just keep that in mind of what I'm telling you right now. So if I'm talking a little too fast, you could ask me to slow down, and I don't mind slowing down. Alright, I don't mind slowing down. So if I'm talking too fast, just let me know. So now you know what is the prime reason of the minor earthquakes occurring daily everywhere as of with the major earthquakes. All right, it creates a shift to begin the execution. The execution is from the minor into the major, from the major into the mega, from the mega into the catastrophic. All right. Because with a mega earthquake you could escape, barely escape, but with a catastrophic earthquake you're dead. You understand what I mean? With a catastrophic earthquake you're dead. You understand what I mean? The minor earthquakes is alright, you will feel a little jolt. Alright, minor earthquake will do with jolts, but when you reach into the major earthquake comes with a different setting. It comes with a different setting. So every category of earthquakes that happening right now happens under different categories. All right, you first heard it from Archangel Samuel, and nobody on the earth knows anything about this as usual. All right, so it creates a shift to begin the execution. All right, so it begins a shift. All right, it creates a shift to begin the execution of the arrangements of the tectonic magnetic plates. So that means that there is a difference between the tectonic plates and the tectonic magnetic plates. So that means that there are magnets, there are magnet plates amongst the tectonic plates. So it's called, Yahuwah called it the tectonic magnetic plates. All right, so now you know that there's a difference between the tectonic plates, which is the normal plates, and there's something called, which Yahuwah calls, the tectonic magnetic plates, which goes in between the normal tectonic plates in order to empower the magnetic earthquakes to occur, or the magnetic shifts to happen around the earth. That is the said reason. All right, so that is the said reason for the difference between the tectonic plates and the tectonic magnetic plates, and nobody knows anything about what Archangel Samuel talking about, but they love to steal what I'm teaching and steal the credit from Yah. Well, let me see how long they will keep it up, you know. Let me see how long they plan to keep that up. And as the teaching said there, all right, it creates a shift to begin the execution of the arrangements. The arrangements have a lot to do with the minor earthquakes into the major earthquakes, into the minor, into the major, into the minor, into the major. If we realize there's only minor and major earthquakes happening, no mega quakes happening yet, right? Because after the mega phase, then the catastrophic events will happen. So that will tell you all, everything needs to be in a phase. Everything is in a phase. Everything must happen according to the will of Elohim, which happens in different phases, because in different phases is how Yahuwah completed his creation in the first place. You understand? That's how Yahuwah was able to complete a certain arrangement or execution by doing certain things in phases. And as the teaching continues to state, it creates a shift to begin the execution of the arrangements of the tectonic magnetic plates. The tectonic magnetic plates is completely different from the tectonic plates. Just like the friggin' pole shift is completely different from the pole reversal shifting. They have no idea what they're talking about. You understand? They don't know one jack shit. Nothing about what I teach, because they will steal it and then put it in their own words, because they think they understand what Archangel Samuel is saying, but they will steal it and put it in their own words, bringing a curse upon others. You can't take what is holy and profane it in that sense. You can't do that. You can't take what Yahuwah take out of his lips. You can't use what Yahuwah said out of his lips, which is holy, and then turn it into unrighteousness and then use it to do evil against the righteous ones. You can't do that, Devika. You can't steal my prophecies over and over and then now using the same words that I speak out of my mouth from Yahuwah, and then you're using it now to do evil against me. It will never work. You know why? Because all you're doing and all you're doing for your followers is bringing a curse upon them. So it's only a curse. You know, she actually influencing a curse upon the people of the Caribbean island, upon all those who listen to her cock and bull bullshit stories, all right, of lies. You understand? Using it to do evil against the righteous ones. It will never work against us, right? You can't take what Yahuwah said, which is holy, and turn it turn it into profanity before the creators. You can't do that. It will never work. And I could curse you from now, you and all your followers, from now until forever. I could curse you. I could curse you stink as the day. I could curse you however I want. I will still enter into the New Jerusalem. What I don't know is through me, one will enter into the ark. Without me, one will never enter into the ark. So without I, nobody will get into the ark. So without me being the main source on the earth, nobody will have an opportunity to get into the ark. So I could curse you stink from now until forever, as you tell your people. I is cuss stink. No, I don't really cuss stink. I just discuss in righteousness and teach people love, true love of the Creator, to reject the system of Babylon. But see now, continue to push the agenda and for people to turn against Archangel Samuel, which is really a curse upon all those who hate righteousness. You know what I mean? So I could curse forever and I will still enter into the New Jerusalem. I will still be Archangel Samuel, the fifth angel of the end time apocalypse. I will still be who I say I am. Nothing will change. Right? Nothing will change. So if they who are her followers want to continue to live in darkness and have her walk all over them like a doormat, they could continue to do so, because they already sealed the deal with the devil unknowingly. You know, they already sealed the deal already with Lucifer. And when the arrangements is put into place, as you see in here, when the arrangements is put into place of the tectonic magnetic plates, that is when the pole reversal shifting will happen. That is when all the poles will begin to switch. When the tectonic magnetic plates be in alignment, as it says here, that it will be brought into alignment, right? That's what they're saying right now. The NASA and other people, USGS, they're talking about the Earth already shift, and the North shift into Russia and all kind of bullshit. Let me tell you a little something. If the saturation ain't complete yet, there's no pole reversal shifting going on happen. Although there is the difference, there is the pole reversal shifting already happening. But if you listen to what I said earlier on in the live, when I specifically said there are different phases within the pole reversal shifting, as well as different phases in the pole reversal shifting. There are different phases of earthquakes and different phases of the tectonic plate alignment. There are different phases of events happening around the earth, different phases of disasters unfolding, right? There are different things unfolding on the earth, different things unfolding. But when the final phases for the pole reversal shifting has completed, that is when the tectonic magnetic plates will switch the poles, and then the polarity of the epicenter magnet will draw in all the poles, and it will automatically switch. As I told you all, the magnets is aligned in a different way, and I think that I will be doing a drawing about this very soon. So very soon I will do a drawing of this, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. So very soon I will do a drawing like what I did, and I will do the drawing, might be on Facebook, who knows. I might do the drawing, and I will definitely show you all what I'm talking about. You can only get a pole reversal shifting on a flat earth. You could never get a pole reversal shifting on a spinning ball. So all those who believe in the bullshit of NASA and all of them and their lies, they could continue to believe in their lies. You know what I mean? All those in the Devika cult could remain in the Devika cult. Remain in that cult. The lake of fire is already prepared. Remain in all the different cults that you want to remain in. Remain in Yahweh cult. Remain in religion cult. Remain in Buddhist cult. Remain in New Age cult. Skywatchers cult. You remain in your cult. Right? You continue to remain in your cult. Yes. Yes. Is that exactly what it is? Devika is running a cult. Yeah, she running a cult as well as other members of the same cult, the Illuminati cult, running a cult. Is a cult they're running, guys. Is a cult. All churches is a cult. All Muslim temples and mosques is a cult. All religion is a cult. And if you open your eyes to see that all religion is a cult, then you should remain in your cult. Remain in your cult until the lake of fire burn you. Remain in your cult, because you don't want to come out from your cult. But let the saturation process complete. Once the saturation process complete for all the islands, you're doomed. Trust me, you're really doomed. So once it's brought into complete alignment, once all the magnets, once all the poles is brought into complete alignment with the main epicenter of the earth, of this earth, which is the center of the earth. The main epicenter is where I showed you the drawing a few days ago. I showed you the drawing last year. I showed you the drawing year before. I already showed you all the drawing of the tectonic wheel, and I show you all that the tectonic wheel could reverse all the tectonic wheel have a lot to do with the magnets, which could reverse the poles as well. That is what Yahuwah will be using to reverse the poles. There's a lot that people don't know. I'm talking about astrology and all this kind of bullshit, and science and all them kind of bullshit. Alright, that's just complete rubbish. I teach you the truth. That's what I mean. Alright, so when everything is put into place with the cycles of the celestial bodies. What is the celestial bodies? The blood moons, which includes the solar eclipse, the supermoon. All those things are celestial body. The sun is a celestial body. The moon is a celestial body. The foundation stones of Elohim is a celestial bodies. You understand? Lightning is a celestial body as well. You understand? Because those are things that the Creator created, right? And I already told you all how lightning is created. I teach you all every single thing that you could think about, all right, for free. You understand? You don't have to go to university to learn about these things that I teach you all, because you know you have to pay big money, and then you will have to stay years in school to understand what I'm teaching you. Which I teaching you certain things for 4 hours. I teaching you a whole long book, a whole full book in 4 hours, where you might take years. It might take like 7 years or so to learn that whole book about geography and science and all kind of bullshit. I teaching you this in 4 hours. You understand? I teaching you a whole book and even more. You understand? I teaching you the things that people just go university for and pay one set of money to learn. Right? One set of money to learn and still don't know the truth, because they will never teach you the truth. The system will never teach you the truth, because the system don't know the truth. The system knows nothing. They create their own religion, their own education, right, to deceive humanity. That's what religion did, create their own way, right? So with the cycles of the celestial bodies, all of these events will fall in line with a blood moon that will be coming on the 21st of on the 19th. All right, on the 19th of this month, February, there will be a lunar eclipse. So on the 19th of this month, there will be a lunar eclipse. There will be a lunar eclipse that will be in the night sky together with a supermoon. Together with a supermoon, it means that the supermoon indicates of the coming darkness, which will be the 23 days of darkness that will unfold, which I told you all about some years ago, about the 23 days of darkness. First, it was 3 days of darkness. All right, I know you heard plenty Christians talking about the 3 days of darkness. They heard it from me. They first heard about the 3 days of darkness from Archangel Samuel, right? They first heard it from me. But back then, I didn't call myself Archangel Samuel. I had different names to hide who I am in trying to reach out to people. You understand what I mean? So I told you all about the 3 days of darkness, and then Yahuwah add 20 days to it, which brings it to 23 days of darkness. Alright? So Yahuwah add 20 days to the 3 days, which brings us to 23 days of darkness. So it's no longer 3 days of darkness anymore. It's 23 days of darkness that they will experience. Hence the reason for the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the super blood moon, and all the sort of thing that occurring on the earth. So this month on the 19th, there will be a lunar eclipse to occur, as well as a super blood moon or a super new moon, which will also fall on the Shabbat of the righteous ones in Elohim as well. So on the 19th, there will be a lunar solar eclipse. On the 21st of February this month, there should be a solar eclipse occurring. So make sure that you take notes of this. This is something that I had written down, all right, but you need to take notes of it even into your book, so that when it occurs, you know that I already told you all what will happen next and what is the steps of judgment and the different phases, which includes the shifting of the tectonic as well as the magnetic plates at all those earthquakes occurring right now. So now you understand about the cycles of the celestial bodies within the dome. When the tectonic wheel, you see, look at here, when the tectonic wheel begins the cycle of the pole reversal shifting. So now we're talking about a cycle. We're no longer talking about a phase. We're talking about a cycle, and a cycle comes along every at least for a certain time, and a time that's when a cycle just come around. Right, I can't really explain it in the heavenly term for you because you won't understand. So I'm trying to explain this prophecy, which was given. I think this prophecy was given January. Yes, this prophecy was given on the. Let me see. This prophecy was given on the 21st of January 2019, and now it will be on. Well, now it's already unveiling in the well, from the 5th of February coming right down. This is where this prophecy going to fulfill. All right, to complete this wording of Elohim. All right. So with the cycles of the celestial bodies, which I already explained just now, within the dome, when the tectonic wheel begins the cycle of the pole reversal shifting of the islands and continents. So this is a cycle. This is not a phase. The important word here to note, it's called cycle, not a phase. A cycle is not a phase. A cycle is definitely not a phase. A cycle is a cycle, and a phase is a phase. All right, a phase happens like a domino effect. A cycle happens once in a while. You know what I mean? A cycle does happen. All right, a cycle is not a domino effect. A cycle is once in a blue moon, certain things does happen. But phase is something that regularly happens. You know what I mean? Of the pole reversal shifting of the islands and the continents. So the continents will also be removed and shifted for the 90 days that coming. All right, so the 90 days we already counting down that 90 days. So we counting down the 90 days already in effect from, I think, in effect from the 21st of February, in effect from the 21st of February 2019 Gregorian year. That is when we will begin to count down the 90 days. All right. Also, there's some really critical points, really critical things that are said on this live that people need to know, and people will have to go back and watch this live. All right, you'll have to go back and watch it because it's so important to listen to what I had to say. All right, but some people just don't want to hear. All right, but let us continue to run after the evil ones. Let us continue. You know what I mean? That day coming. Does it make sense now? That's the reason for the minor and major earthquakes reoccurrence. That right happening over and over and over and over. Once all those things is put in place, once all those things is put in place, that is when everything will begin to unfold. So that's the reason for the minor and major earthquakes reoccurrence. All right, that's the reason why it reoccurring over and over and over and over and over. You understand what I mean? That is the reason why it's happening over and over again. All right, so the mega tsunami, to end it off here. All right, the mega tsunami 700 feet and above or higher, which will be higher by the way, will be generated by an unprecedented underwater supervolcano. The supervolcano is Kingdom Jenny in Grenada. We have one, Yellowstone is also Yellowstone is a mega Yellowstone is the mother of all volcanoes, so to speak. Yellowstone is the mother of all volcanoes, so to speak. The volcano in Italy, that volcano in Italy is the father of all volcanoes. All right, so that means there's a connection between Yellowstone and the volcano in Italy. There's a connection between the both of them, a special connection, because the mother of volcano Yellowstone is connected to the volcano in Italy, and the volcano in Italy have little children, and some of them little children is now awakened because they are ancient volcanoes which were sleeping for quite a long time, being dormant, not being used, but will be used for this end time plan that Yahuwah is establishing right now. So now you understand, you know, now you have a better understanding of the different volcanoes and why certain volcanoes erupts and some do not erupt, and why after 30 something years a volcano now beginning showing signs of eruptions and stuff like that. Well, it's in this prophecy and other prophecies before. It's there. And you will also know the reason why there are mega earthquakes, minor earthquakes, and major earthquakes, which also leads into the catastrophic earthquakes. So I giving you different categories, and I teaching you more in depth than NASA, USGS, the UE seismic, the universities. I teaching you more in depth, more advanced, more giving you more understanding of a lot of things that you don't know nothing about, you know. So to give you a better idea of why certain things happening around the earth, understand? So I helping you to understand that. All right. So to note that the earthquakes, mega earthquakes, will be happening on different places, and the reason for the minor earthquakes everywhere on the earth where there are earthquakes happening presently, right now, everywhere where there's a jolt felt, shaking felt, where there, you know, everywhere where there's a minor earthquake happening now, it will actually adjust into a major, and from a major it will adjust into a mega, and from a mega it will adjust into a catastrophic event, which will be history. You understand what I mean? Which will be history. And if I use the word history, you know what I mean. Right, so which will begin, obviously the prophecies say Bali, but I'll give you all a lot of clues. All right, I'll give you all a lot of clues. It's saying Bali here, but yes, it will begin in Bali, but that's just one of the places. It will begin in California, as you see in the thing there. It will begin in California, stretch right across the ridge of Washington DC, and then it will be coming down the road. You understand? And then the earthquakes will, then the tsunamis will double up to become a catastrophic tsunami. Right? So all you should also know that too as well, right? 700 feet tsunami is a catastrophic tsunami. All right, it means that that tsunami will flatten everything in its way. All right, that is what I mean by catastrophic. So when I use the word minor and major, and then I use the word mega, and when I use the word catastrophic earthquake, I mean it will be devastating. It will be a devastating effect where people can survive a catastrophic earthquake. They can't survive a catastrophic earthquake. They may survive a mega earthquake. Yes, they will survive a mega earthquake. Some may and some may not. But when there is a catastrophic earthquake, it will kill everybody. You understand? A catastrophic earthquake could kill everybody. That means it will be real bad. You understand? I don't need to read and spell for people who already went to university because you all know already what I'm talking about. Alright, so to wrap up this teaching here, we only have about 3 to 5 minutes again. I just want to complete this and then wrap it up. Alright, which will begin in Bali. That is the Indonesia side. Alright, so it will be a domino effect tsunami. It will be a domino effect earthquake as well. A domino effect of the tectonic plates and the magnetic plates strining together or grinding against each other, something like that. Alright, I would have to teach you, I would have to draw it out and show you all exactly what I mean. Alright, so when I draw it out, you all know exactly what I mean. Alright, so which will begin in Bali, but it will begin for the Caribbean islands. It will begin in Panama City, and from Panama City it will go to Caracu, and then from Caracu it will go to Dominica, which will form a complete triangle, which actually represent the triune creators Elohim. Alright, the triangle represents the creators Elohim. Alright, so from Panama City, then it will go to Caracu, then it will go to Dominica, and from Dominica then it will go to Grenada, and when it go to Grenada then it will stop, as I say already, it will slow down St. George's, and then it will build again to keep the status of the mega tsunami going. Alright, and when it almost reached Trinidad, then it will stop, and then it will build again. When it flattens Trinidad and all the other Caribbean islands, then it will build into a catastrophic tsunami. When it builds into a catastrophic tsunami, you know what I mean. Right, you know what I mean. A catastrophic tsunami is everything in its way being destroyed. People will drown, people will be electrocuted, and the list goes on and on, because seawater has an influence over electricity, which I will teach for some other time. Some other day I will teach about that. Alright, so which will begin in Bali. Bali is in Indonesia, by the way. That is that part. Remember I said that it will begin, it will stretch from when it make the triangle, right? When it happens to the triangle, when it happens in the triangle formation from Panama City to Caracu, which is Curacao, from Curacao back to Dominica, and then it will form a triangle. And when it forms a triangle, now this triangle will activate, and when this triangle activates, then it will create a mega tsunami, and when it creates a mega tsunami, then it will go to St. George's and Grenada, then it will stop, build, and then it will go to Tobago. It will flatten Tobago, it will kill everything on Tobago. Everybody everyone in Tobago will die, by the way, you understand. And when it passes through Tobago, then it will go Guyana, which is a little way off the tectonic plates there. It will go to Guyana and flatten Guyana, and when it go to Guyana, it will go to Aruba and all those places that is on the triangle of destruction. Then, all right, the triangle represent the triune eternal family. So when that happens in that formation, then it will come down, and when it reaches to Trinidad, then it will bounce against the mountain, the high mountains that it have down there in Trinidad. Then it will bounce against the high mountain in Trinidad, and then it will go to a different pattern. A different pattern will happen where it will go to Cooper, Carupano, and when it goes to Carupano, then it will split Carupano on all the places that needs to be split, and then the water now will gather to Sagonas in Trinidad. Then it will build, and when it build now, it will build into a catastrophic tsunami, and then it will flatten Sagonas, flatten Point Fortin, flatten all those other places that are said on the drawing that it will flatten. When it flatten those places, you know, it will be very deadly. All right, so we're talking about the east of Trinidad being the only place, and a little part of the northeast of Trinidad which will survive. Those people will experience fireballs. All right, they will experience fireballs, as well as they wouldn't experience the full brunt of the tsunami, but they will experience fireballs, and they will also experience the mud volcanoes which will be erupting. A lot of catastrophic and disastrous things will be happening during that time. But I know the south and the central of Trinidad will sink, completely sink, and those people will drown alive. You understand what I mean? So it's a serious thing, I'm telling you all. Oh yeah, and by the way, I spent real hours to get this live, although there's a video that I posted out since for a while now. Although this prophecy came out the 21st January, I have other prophecies too. I have other prophecies revealing a lot more in-depth things which I will be talking about in a timing, but I will spend less time to teach about it. So that means that the live will come, the live will actually boil down to 1 hour soon. So soon the live will boil down to 1 hour, you know guys. Then we'll go down to half an hour, and then it will just boil down to nothing, and then that is when, you know, catastrophic things will be happening then. But for now, if Yahuwah tell me to do 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, I will comply, you know what I mean. But I know I already crossed the 2 hours. I know I already crossed the 2 hours right now, but I have to complete this in order for the complete teaching for today to be to soak into his spirit. Once it soak into his spirit, all right. So the 700 feet tsunami is considered to be a catastrophic tsunami, not a catastrophic earthquake. Earthquake is different from a tsunami, by the way. All right, so that's to let other people, that's to let everyone know that an earthquake is different from a tsunami, because a tsunami is not an earthquake, but a tsunami could be generated by an earthquake. Tsunami could generate an earthquake as well, but we're not really going to talk about that today. I just want to complete that. So which will begin in Bali, Indonesia. All right, and then it will rise over Lombok. Lombok is in Indonesia, and it will flatten Sulawesi. Sulawesi had a tsunami recently in last year, Gregorian year. There was a tsunami in Sulawesi, which I already predicted and prophesied as well. And the central and northern eastern Java is in Indonesia as well, with a tsunami of lava which already began. Recently there was a volcano in somewhere in Hawaii, which it formed a river of tsunami, or it formed a tsunami of lava that flowing into the sea, excuse me, which is flowing into the sea, which is actually feeding other volcanoes around Indonesia in order to bring forth for the sinkholes and of lava to pop up in different places in Indonesia. All right, so now you understand that. Alright, so this prophecy wasn't released on the 21st of January 2019. Alright, this prophecy was released in 2018 Gregorian year. It was released somewhere in December, I think, but it was not released on the 21st of January at all. Alright, so yeah, so the 21st of January this year, there were a lunar eclipse and a blood moon, which I already have a prophecy for that, which I already told you all about. If you all remember when I told you all about the prophecy that happened, remember the prophecy that happened? Yes, that prophecy that happened on the 21st of January, right? On the 21st of January, even before that, ancient volcanoes begun its cycle around the earth of erupting. So if you go back and look at the volcanoes that erupted on the 21st of January, from 21st of January go back, you will see that Archangel Samuel prophecy is indeed accurate, more than just accurate, by the way, you know. Then you will see that you know, I know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Then you see, you know, all right, so the tectonic plates is being arranged to create the atmospheric shift in Indonesia and the Caribbean islands, which includes Indonesia. All the islands that have natural resources are part of the Caribbean islands and are part of the judgment of Yah. All right, hope you have an understanding there, and I hope you know, I really hope that you all understand what I'm saying, and people will you know, people will take the words that I'm saying and into their own words of misconception. Shalom to you, Brother Kareem. Hey, what's up to you, Robert Budo? And the pleasure is mine, Commander Karen. Thank you so much for taking notes of what I'm saying. Let the others who don't want to listen, let it remain how it is. Alright, but I'm telling you all, when that time comes, only those who are worthy will enter into the New Jerusalem. Alright, so I have delivered the teaching for today. I've delivered the message to everyone who was on the live and those who newly joining the live. Shalom to you, Commander Psych, all the way from Oklahoma in the Philippines. Shalom, shalom, shalom to the Army of Elohim in the Oklahoma, aka Philippine of the Oklahoma, Philippines. Alright, so shalom to all my brothers and sisters in Elohim, and we have come to the end of today's live as well. Alright, so I will, not only all I have other teaching to do. Yes, I have other teaching to do, which will be happening soon. Alright, so thank you all for listening to this live. Thank you all for being on the live, and shalom and much love to all my brothers and sisters in Elohim, all those that are in Elohim. Shalom to you, and look out for the other teaching, which will be a little more in depth.